That's right. People showed up in force tonight as they filled this gym in Jefferson City to learn about the merger. Emily, the pond is down at the bottom of this hill. Police have blocked it off so we can't get too much closer. Darnell Gray's house is that way, about a half mile. Police told me they had divers in the pond this weekend, but they're draining it because they want to make sure they didn't miss anything. We've primarily been on highways so far today, so I wanted to make sure that the residential areas were okay too. We are in the East Campus neighborhood right now, just east of College Avenue. The conditions are fine over here as well. All right, my last question is about the weather. I don't know if you remember when I came down to practice a couple days ago, I told you I thought the weather was going to be a little bit cold. We're here now. Is it going to affect your plans at all tonight?
Right, you're spot on.
Emily and Eric, people here are still pretty shook up about yesterday's accident. It happened just behind me on Highway 100. You can still see some caution tape tied between that post and that fence over there, and there's still some glass on the roadway as well.
There's a way to contact us.
Hello.
Some Missouri small businesses are celebrating the passage of a new law.
Go vote. It's important. Everybody should take part.
Proposition B will raise the state's minimum wage from $7.85 to $8.60 next year, and then all the way up to $12 in 2023.
I'm very excited that Prop B passed. It's going to be interesting. I still see people like, oh, it's fool's gold, you're wrong, you don't understand. The studies show that people being paid better, everybody will do better.
While some small business owners in Columbia say they are in favor of the new minimum wage raise, groups like Associated Industries of Missouri believe that voters may have not considered some things when they went to the polls.
You know, something has to happen for that business owner to be able to afford the additional wages that they're paying.
Ray McCarty's organization advocates for larger businesses in Jefferson City. He thinks businesses will now be hurt more than employees will be helped.
One is they'll have to either increase prices if they're able to do so, or they'll have to cut the numbers of hours of minimum wage employees, or potentially the number of minimum wage positions.
McCarty also thinks we might see a decrease in the number of human employees.
And as we raise the cost of labor, those automated solutions become more affordable.
Awesome. You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Burton thinks anyone who voted against Prop B is not considering the little guy.
So everybody's like, oh, let the free market just pay people whatever they want. Well, they take it for corporate profits and they don't pay their people better.
Even though she's not 100% sure what the future will bring, she thinks Missourians need to at least give the new law a shot.
I think let's just do it and let's see.
Travis Breese, KOMU 8 News, Columbia. The 2019 softball season is underway for Missouri, but it's not like any in recent memory.
Yeah, it's pretty hard because everything's so unsure, and knowing that this is my last year, knowing that I could just be done out of nowhere.
The NCAA slapped sanctions on Mizzou in late January after concluding their investigation into an academic fraud case from 2016. Among those penalties is a 2019 postseason ban for the softball team. This has thrust senior Reagan Nash into quite the role in her final season.
I definitely look toward this kind of challenge. My 4 years have had a lot of adversity, and it's just something I've had to push through every year, and this is definitely going to be the hardest test.
Nash has seen 3 head coaches in her 4 years. The alleged academic fraud occurred, and the investigation started under Coach Aaron Earlywine. It continued under interim coach Gina Fogue, but the consequences were eventually dumped on new head coach Larissa Anderson.
At the time, I didn't know. I was informed early on in November when it was going forward with the NCAA, but I don't think it would have made any change in my decision. I completely support everything that our administration is doing moving forward.
Anderson came over from Hofstra University in New York last May, but already knows how much the seniors mean to this team.
We're playing for our seniors, that we want them to go out on a great note, very successful note, regardless of what tournament we're playing in at the end of the year.
On Thursday, the university filed appeal paperwork to start fighting the sanctions. If the appeal takes longer than the season, it's possible that the team will actually face a postseason ban next year. But Nash knows they can't afford to think like that.
Even if the appeal process keeps going and we don't know about the postseason, we just have to keep pushing and act like nothing's happening and keep going on as normal.
And it hasn't made her any less excited about her final season.
I think this team really has the potential to show everyone what's up.
In Columbia, I'm Travis Breese, KOMU 8 Sports. Columbia Police Department is currently trying to get school resource officers in all middle schools in town. Right now, the school district has one officer that floats between all 6 middle schools. The support from parents is there.
I think the presence of someone in law enforcement at schools can not only maybe bring a little peace of mind.
But the district and police department are having trouble getting this approved as part of the community-oriented policing report. This report is over 70 pages long, with only 8 pages talking about school resource officers. The vast majority of it covers how the police will hold meetings, change their trainings, and do annual evaluations to get closer with the community. At the October 1st City Council meeting, during public comment, people spoke up to say that the report as a whole is not nearly good enough.
And this isn't a project plan, this is an ask for a lot more money for officers to continue to be trained by our toxic police department that makes it unsafe for them and unsafe for the community.
You treat a person with respect.
The council agreed that the report was not good enough, but was able to single out SROs as a positive in the report.
That should be a priority. If we can build the trust and the good relationship between the teenagers and the police officers, then I think we can start to sort of shift this, culture.
Back at Jefferson Middle School, Brown also believes that SROs can foster a positive relationship between kids and cops before they become adults.
If they're sort of encouraged to have a relationship with a law enforcement official before then I think that their relationship with law enforcement could only just be strengthened.
CPD says the report is undergoing revisions and there will be more opportunities to discuss it at city council meetings in the future. Travis Breese, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.